Welcome back to TearRing Saga. Last time, we cleared out the village of Ear from its monster problem. It was pretty easy. We learned a whole bunch of overpowered skills for our party, and we also recruited Yoda, who is pretty insane, and hopefully we'll get to show him off in the next map, or maps, because we're going to the Tower of Morse. The Tower of Morse is, it's not really the Tower of not Valni, because this predated that by a lot. But it is a series of 5 force skirmishes. You have to get to the top of the tower as part of the story here. And all of them are full of monsters. It's all pretty much randomized, just like the skirmishes in Arial Caves. And only 2 of the chests are open this time. We do have a lot of Entombed here, which is actually kind of annoying because I don't need a lot of experience on my people. But also, yes, there are thieves here who have thieves' daggers, so be careful of your good items around them. Also, Mug. If they somehow kill you, then you'll lose all your stuff. But I mean, you're going to lose all your stuff if someone dies anyway. I think it wasn't until like Shadow Dragon that people who die leave all their stuff behind in the convoy. Okay, we can only bring 8 people here. I was going to bring Bilford, but I really want to show off Samson and Zeno's new skills. And, yeah, I think we can pretty much just go here. I want to bring Renee because I want to try and repair Dullahan. I could also potentially think about repairing Silphid or Nosferatu. But I'll be able to mug a lot of Nosferatu later on. Though I will actually really need it for Runan's chapter 34. Yeah, you lived here most of your life and you still haven't been here, but, yeah, must mean there are some pretty nasty monsters here. So I could open the chest with Holmes, but, yeah, we'll see. I could have brought Uni here to open chests as well. They're all randomized, and there's a very low chance that I'm actually going to, so that's kind of funny. There's a very low chance that I'll get any of the really, really good things. Oh yes, I'm not a thief, I'm a treasure hunter, otherwise known as the Lock argument. But yeah, so in terms of all of these chests, I may as well show like a full screen of the map and then do like a graphic on screen of what can potentially be in these chests. The rarest prizes are generally stat boosters, though the chest all the way down here can potentially have a Wyvern Flute in it, and it's one of the only ways to get a Wyvern Flute outside of the few that you're guaranteed to get through story events. But anyway, oh, I can actually snipe you with Holmes. I know this is going to be counterproductive because, yeah, I will just mention something. How to end these maps. If I think they should be in conditions? Yeah, reach stairs. So you'd think that anyone can climb these stairs and just end the map, but no. It has to be Holmes because they operate under seize point logic. So I just like, why does it have to be Holmes? It's just like, Okay, so I do W with this. But the question is, do I one-round you? No, I do over 20, so this should be enough. And then if the Harpy attacks, it will also die. Might choose not to attack because of advantage, though. The backgrounds here look pretty, although they actually remind me a lot of the Pharos in FF12. He even gained 1 magic. Holmes has just been really strong for me in this playthrough, and now he has access to swords. I still haven't even used that dragon potion. I probably don't need to, honestly. I mean, Shigen would probably make better use of that. But let's see. Do I have anybody who can snipe down that Entombed? I mean, honestly, Sierra's probably my best bet, but she's better served warping somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to warp Sierra, like, up here. Do have to watch out for that Stoneborn, because they do have decently high attack speed for how, actually I should probably just take out this skeleton. They have decently, oh, and I didn't ensorcel, and I waited accidentally. Oh well, but yeah, like 6 attack speed. They have decently high attack speed for how much HP and defense they have, so they're not that easy to double, and they can sometimes double you if you're not careful. Also, there's a thief here that I'm, you know what? I'm actually going to do something fun here. I'm going to use Yoda against you. So as I will have said in his bio, Yoda is okay, actually he doesn't double, so he may not kill this thing if he doesn't activate skills, but Yoda is generally an enemy instantly dies button. Okay, yeah, this thing's definitely dead. And unless you're using a occult book on him, he's not going to be gaining experience, but honestly, he doesn't really need to. He's already strong enough to do pretty much everything he needs from just his base stats alone. I don't really consider him a Gato though, because he doesn't join in the final chapter. But he's just one of those, like, late-game sort of country ruler characters that you often hear about in the story, and then they finally join you, and then they're just as overpowered as they were built up to be. That's the idea. There are some who turn out to be not quite that way, but in Fire Emblem I usually find that most of, like, the late-game joiners tend to be pretty good, and Asta with hand axes, everyone! And I thought Awakening was the first Fire Emblem game to... No, this totally isn't Fire Emblem, but still. It was the first Fire Emblem game to let you do Asta with pretty much anything. Yeah, Awakening had some very fun skill combos you could do, although Nosferatu tanking was incredibly busted in that game. Now, I wonder if the Entombed are just going to ignore Sierra. They probably are. Yeah, most of these enemies are just going to shuffle around. Okay, I'm equipping that and not, Nosferatu, which is good. Because I do have the second, Sylphid that I can... I mean, I am using it on Rochelle, though. But towards the end of the game, Sierra kind of needs to take all of your Sylphids. It's a very important part of her toolkit. And now we have to worry about these harpies just flitting around inside of their... I would say cages, but they're actually, walls. Yeah, these skills are just, like... We didn't even really need the skills from the last map. You were probably supposed to, like, bring weaker characters to Holmes' route and... use, like, the skills from that map to buff them up a little bit, but, I mean, I just ended up giving the skills to people who were already strong and making them even stronger. But I still can't one-round a Harpy because they have annoyingly high attack speed. Yeah, wow, 15 and then that really light bow. Can I take out that... Oh, actually, that Stoneborn, something that's really effective to use against that Stoneborn is the Lunar Sword. Although, can I get the... I might actually be able to. So here's the plan, as, you know, Wolfar would say from Wargroove in the Scottish accents. The plan... I can have Plum take that. Oh, and dang it. Oh well, and she should have danced for Holmes anyway, but... I mean, I guess he could potentially lethality as well. Oh right, and I need to repair Dullahan, gotta remember that. Must repair Dullahan. Okay, if you go next to Xeno... Because what I actually like to do is, as good as Luna is, I feel like I'd rather give Holmes the Brave Sword. You can also repair the Thief's Dagger as well. Oh hey, it has animations too. And yeah, it is much better used on star items than it is on basic weapons, because they can be repaired by a Smith's Hammer. Whereas star items, not so much. 22 attack. I wonder if Sierra could... Honestly, I'd rather... If I warp you down here, snipe that Harpy with Nosferatu. Because she won't one-round the Stoneborn anyway. Wait, oh, that's wrong. Nope, that's not the person that I wanted to attack. I wanted to attack you, because I don't want you to get hit by both the Harpy and the Stoneborn in the same turn. Accuracy isn't super reliable, though, but at least I got you. And another level up for Sierra. Okay, so extra speed is always good. Really like more speed on Sierra. Also, I do kind of wish they'd made a second map theme for Holmes, because at this point, Soldiers of Granada 1 is just getting really annoying. And yes, it is called Soldiers of Granada 1. I've already said that before, but now it's just even more annoying, the fact that there just isn't a Soldiers of Granada 2. They probably planned to have one, but they just didn't do it. Like, I I don't want to stall this map any longer, but I'm so tempted to just move Holmes back and just snipe you just to stop you from being annoying, but I suppose I shouldn't do that just yet. Okay. Okay. If I do this, then I trade over the Lunar Sword to Yoda, then I can dance for Holmes. Because, like, for some reason I kind of like getting the Lunar Sword onto, Xeno. Although, again, he does have a lot of good, skills that can basically, like, while not exactly ignoring the enemy's defense, they make the enemy's defense pretty much moot. Yeah, I suppose Xeno should take this one. Let's see what I can do with this Brave Sword. Let's see how many skills I end up activating. And remembering this is only map 1 of 5. These aren't really too bad as far as skirmishes go, but I didn't even get any skills at all, I just got a crit. But the other Tower of Morse maps do get a little bit more interesting. And a little bit more unique looking. I'm not even really needing to heal all that much here. I mean, I suppose the whole warp thing is, oh, you're not even attacking yet. So how much do I take if I, it's 22 minus 4 defense, yeah. I can get a little bit of chip damage with Sylphid, I guess. I like how these guys are called Guardians, too. It kind of reminds me of the, wasn't there like some shrines in Gaiden that had sort of Guardian monsters to them? I know that there was like some sort of Miller-aligned enemies in in the DLC of Echoes, or the Amiibo ones, which I mean it's basically DLC. Later up the tower, I might have to start using probably shouldn't have equipped the hand axe because that's a bit of a waste of it, but yeah, maybe I should start turning off animations later up the tower. You know what? Luna works quite decently on Yoda for now. I may as well keep that on him. And yeah, this is probably better served on Shigen than it is on Holmes. And that's part 1 over. I could have used the Warp Staff, but I'm not gonna waste this. Okay, so I believe like both those options actually sound kind of the same, but let's go means go to the next floor. I'm out of here means leave the dungeon entirely. Yeah, now that I think about it, this place is probably a reference to Doomer's Tower in Gaiden. That was also a dungeon of multiple maps that happened over several floors. So here is the Tower of Morse Floor 2. As you can see, there are a lot of Draco zombies here, as well as some thieves, well, one thief in particular, and some chests. And I like how you can actually see Roman numbers of like the number of like the floor you're on here, so this is a 2 here. So I'll be showing what's in these chests. Okay, that one is potentially a Brave Sword, and it's close to the stairs, so I may as well go for it. Oh, and Holmes' title says Lord of Granada now. But yeah, I'm gonna use a few different characters this time. Like Bilford, who just ran over an ogre. And I still want to use Renee because I think now might be a good time to show off the exercise staff. But before we do that, okay, let's see what we take out here. Now, I suppose you are like one of the weakest people we have here, so you can go flurry this guy. I had a lot of spare iron bows, so I gave her one of them earlier. Don't know if she'll even get anything productive out of this, because Leonie has actually not been lucky this playthrough. It's kind of an unfortunate thing about being so growth-focused as you can easily get stat screwed, but, yeah, no strength. Her strength is supposed to be really good. And yeah, it says 8 move, which might make you think she gained movement off-screen, but no, it's actually because she has Urbanite here. And it's actually really weird because Bilford doesn't have Urbanite, but Zachariah does, so in a way, Zachariah is kind of better. It's just kind of sad, because, I mean, again, like, Bilford's move growth is fun when it starts working, but, yeah, in a lot of ways, it's just kind of unnecessary because Zachariah does most of the things Bilford can, and even Zachariah isn't that great. And it's also sad that after this game, so I guess, like, if now's the time for sort of tangents and stuff, it's kind of sad that after this game, it seems like Saga just gave up on... I don't W, do I? No, I don't. Okay, I probably need to use someone powerful to one-shot you, or I could use a Brave Sword. But, it seems like after this game, Saga just gave up balancing Armor Knights, because the only playable Armor Knight in Berwick Saga is an intentional joke character. At least from what I can gather. They have something of an interesting story presence, but, they... Yeah, they seem to be intentionally bad as far as gameplay is concerned, and they have some weird memey dialogue, like, they just say, like, a number or something, like, there's a line from them. They're called Derek, and they spend the whole game just fully encased in armor and nobody ever sees their face. But from everything I can tell about them, they seem to be just one big joke. You're worth a sizable amount of experience, though. Even though you're... don't think you're particularly strong as far as, like, Draco zombies go. But, oh yeah, there's an ogre there. But there may not be an ogre there for much longer, because I need to keep Renee out of range of Draco zombies, though, because that would be really bad if she just got suddenly, incinerated. But... so what's this? Probably a waste to use it now, but I kind of wanted to demo it. So, Exercise just straight up removes enemies from the map. As long as they're monsters, so that thief should be unaffected. I like how it's almost sort of returning them to the earth in a way. Okay, so it didn't get rid of absolutely everything, but it got rid of most enemies. I think it's like up to your magic stat. I forget exactly how it works. It's based on your magic stat, but I don't know the exact specifics. It works similarly to the, I think it was called Deer or Dia in the original version, but I think Expel in, wait a minute, this is effective against... So does it get double effectiveness bonus because this is both a monster and flying? I actually don't know about that. I'll have to check, because if I have 68 attack now, thankfully it's not meme number attack. So yeah, 68 attack. 17 might. Yeah, that's 51 plus my strength. So it is just getting triple might. It's not getting, like, double effectiveness bonus. So against Draco zombies, it's really kind of superfluous because, you know, any bow is effective against them. But at the same time, it is effective against normal monsters. Now let's just get rid of this thief, even though he's really not going to be a threat at all. I'll just Sylphid you. She is starting to run a little bit low on her tomes. Oh yeah, and Sylphid is Star, so if she does get hit by the Thief's Dagger, she won't lose it. She could lose Nosferatu though, so actually that could have backfired if I'd missed there. But anyway, this map is already almost over. The exercise staff is very, very important. Well, not important, but it's very useful a little bit later on in the game, let's just say. Oh yeah, Plum can't really get anywhere decent right now. It doesn't really matter, like, as long as I have, like, the best avoid possible, because you're going to use your area breath attack, which can't be counted anyway, so I don't really think there's any, chance that, like, it's not as if Holmes can counter or anything, so it really doesn't matter whether I put a bow or a sword there. And I'm a little bit too scared to warp Sierra in. And yeah, there it is, the area breath. And now, I will continue to show off this bow that I got via the forging quest, which is the only way to get this, I believe. Actually, it might not be, because, okay, so what I was gonna talk about while I was climbing the tower, but we are almost done with this map, so I might want to talk about this next time, is... I mean, I suppose if I open both these chests, I have a little bit of time. But what I was going to talk about is the way that random drops work in this game. Because that kind of forms a bit of a segue from when I was talking about the Expel spell, or Dia in the Japanese version, another Gaiden element. So they work very similar to how they do in Gaiden. Every certain types of enemies have a random drop, and random drops always... Wow, that was totally worth it. Random drops always have a 0.5% chance which I believe would be 1 in 200, because that's half of 1%. So, specific types of enemies have different random drops. Kind of like in Gaiden, where I believe like bandits could randomly drop the Angel Ring, but I think that was only in the original version. I don't know if they can do that in Echoes. Let me see what this is. Oh, wow, okay, nice. Really nice. I already gave you one, though, but I mean... Yeah, that's the second rarest item from that chest, and I was just kind of hoping that I would get that, and I did, so... That's really good. You can get some pretty nice loot from the Tower of Morse if you're lucky. In fact, in a lot of ways, I kind of would prefer that to the best item you can get out of that chest, which I believe is... Yeah, the Wind Shield. Enemies don't really use wind magic against you that often, and when they do, it's just the basic low-tier wind spells. It's nothing like Sylphid or anything like that. Now, if there were enemies that had Sylphid, the Wind Shield would be really useful, but I guess you still lose your counterattack even if you're hit by it. But on this floor, I may not have an opportunity to talk too much about random drops, because this floor is pretty much optional. Because if you look at the map here, the stairs are right there, and other than a few enemies here, like the Elthunder Bishops, maybe these guys are like Spectral Illusion Bishops that Sage Morse put here. But other than the Harpies and the Bishops who can shoot you over this wall, as long as you don't open this door, you don't need to worry about any of the enemies inside here, so the only reason to open that door is if you want these chests, which I guess I'll put up the potential contents of now. You can get a Brave Lance out of one of them. You can also get potentially an Occult Book out of that one, which is tempting, and also an Arbalest out of this one. But I don't think I really need to care too much about those. I think I'm just going to skip through this map. So next time I get into a battle that may have a longer animation, I'll talk a little bit about how, like, which enemies have random drops and what said random drops are. Yeah, I should only risk getting... Do I really want to risk that or not? No, I think it's probably better if I just play this completely safe and just do that. So, the enemies with random drops are... Shadow Lancers can drop the Blessed Lance. Shadow Knights can drop the Lunar Sword, which is pretty nice if you can get one. Especially in those maps that get pretty abusive with spamming those as reinforcements, or just as regular enemies, I don't know. Okay, I can flurry you at least. Witches can drop Nosferatu, but personally I find it easy just to mug that off them. Revenants and Entomb can drop an herb. Yeah. Not sure a herb dropped by a zombie would be very fresh to eat, but that's there. Oh, I don't think we've actually seen Dark Thunder before. 9 tiles in a square, usable every 2 turns. By the time you're able to use that, I should be close enough to you to just finish you off. So, in fact, if I dance for homes, I'd be able to finish you off now. Or I could just get Sierra to do it. Although, if you don't have anything... Yeah, at 13 attack speed. Yeah, I'm gonna just see if I can just get homes in there. Draco Zombies can drop Blessed Bows. That is the other way that you can potentially get that. Still, it's a 0.5% chance, but if you end up fighting a lot of monsters in the span of one playthrough, then maybe you might, like if you grind a lot, you might get some of these random drops. Earthborn can drop, it says here Moonlight. Is that the Lunar Sword, or is that, like Oh no, Moonlight's a light magic spell. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, Moonlight's a light magic spell, predating the Lunar Tome in the GBA games. Stoneborn can drop the Paragon Sword, which is called the Astra Sword in the Japanese version. Another way these items are all references to Gaiden, because the Sol, Lunar, and Astra Swords in the original Gaiden could only be obtained through random drops, and that was the first appearance of the names Sol, Luna, and Astra in the series. I mean, I could at least see what those chests contained, but... yeah, you know what, why not? Let's see what I missed out on while I talk about more random drops. So yeah, Paragon Sword, called Astra Sword in Japanese, or Starlight Sword, if you're going to be really technical. Are they going to even move? Okay, there we go, they are moving. Right, so what did you get? There was no notification, but, money bag. Ogres can drop Smith's Hammer. Arch-Ogres can drop Blessed Axe. Is there any other way to get that? I'm not sure. It might only be random from chests otherwise, because I don't know if there are any guaranteed ones of those. Moguls can drop fruit. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't got the Mogul random drop by now. There was just an Iron Lance. Yep, I made a good call in skipping those enemies. Let's move on to the next floor. The look of this place is reminding me a lot of what is it, like Celestial Tower? The Tower of Graves in, Pokemon Black and White. So yeah, Moguls drop fruit, Gargoyles can drop money bags, and Harpies can drop miracle charms, which is, it's actually kind of nice sometimes. So, floor 4. Speaking of Moguls, this, this one is where things get kind of annoying, because we have two Arch-Moguls that are just gonna flood these one-tile-wide hallways with Moguls before we can reach the stairs. This might actually be not a bad map to use the Warp Staff on, honestly. You know what, I think I'll stick with my previous party here. Because I do have an idea, I kind of actually just want to warp Holmes to where those chests are, so he can get those chests, and then he can, maybe try and snipe those guys from a distance, I don't know. Yeah, they have Thoron and also Dark Thunder. Kind of weird that we aren't seeing Dark Thunder until now, but it does seem like it's a pretty strong spell. I am so tempted to just send you in there and equip Dullahan now that it has all its uses back. We might be seeing Shigen die again. Actually, maybe not, because there's only one of them that can attack him from there. But anyway, yeah, so, it feels a bit awkward using the Warp Staff for this, but... this will let me grab both of those chests and then put me in decent range of the stairs. This is a very, very annoying map to have to go through without warping Homes, because they'll just choke the corridors with Moguls unless you kill them very quickly. And they are kind of dangerous with their Thoron tomes. Well, you know, they probably don't use tomes, they're probably just intrinsically... they're probably like an innate spellcasting ability, to quote D&D terms. Steel Blade. I haven't mentioned what these chests can be. I guess I'll put that up on screen now. I don't think I really... Suppose Xeno could try and rush in there too if I get Plum to dance for him. While she's dancing, what are the potential chest items here? Oh yeah, there's a fire shield. This might be the only way to get a fire shield, because I don't think I've seen that like as a potential item from any other chapter. Sierra's just going to stay here. She might need to warp in later. And the rest are just mastery potions, strength potions. You can get a Knight's Crest. You can also get Dark Thunder. Brave Bow is a possible item you can get too. Yeah, I was freaking out at first about that crit rate, and then I realized it's Shigen. He can just die. I don't need to worry at all. But yeah, well, you can even just get a wooden bow from these chests. It's really not that good overall. But I suppose I can show off Shigen's newly acquired Wrath skill. I did give him Wrath. Yeah, I did give him Wrath, because look at this. 64 crit. Wrath is just pretty insane in TearRing Saga. Though I may still not get this. Okay, got a Depth. Yep, there we go. There we go, double Wrath crit. Because why not? That's always great. Okay, yeah, you can use Dark Thunder now. Only 7 might, though. But you do have a lot of, you've got 18 strength that you can't use, because you're a magic user. That's, yeah, it's always weird when things like that happen. And I'm really surprised they didn't spawn Moguls. That's usually what ends up happening, but, seems like they just decided not to. Because they are the only enemies on this map. It's usually all about just choking the corridors with lots of small moguls. Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry, Shigen, but you're probably dead here. We've gone so long without a Shigen death, I wanted to just show at least one more. Oh no, or not! No, Shigen refuses to die. Yeah, he's still, like, it is actually a game over now if Shigen, dies and doesn't get revived by Dullahan, so you'll have to, be aware of that. But otherwise, 0. I feel like that's probably too risky, though, because if she gets hit twice, then she's definitely done. I mean, I do actually have, and Bilford can't, like, attack at range or anything like that. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that I had to give up my longbow to get the Blessed Bow, because, I'd really appreciate giving the longbow to Leonie, but it doesn't seem like that is the case. And now, irony of ironies, I've actually pinned that guy in when he's usually the one pinning us into a corner in this map. So now that I've talked about random drops and how they work, I suppose I could use this time to talk about some of the mechanics of TearRing Saga that I haven't actually gone into yet. Like the strict mechanics of how different things are calculated. But first, the true power of Wrath, 100 critical! It's like, you don't really get much opportunity in this game to fully show off the power of Wrath, but it's just kind of ridiculous. But there we go, Shigen got to die at least once more. I should have 100% hit. Although I don't actually... as much as I kind of want to see if you can gain one movement, I'm going to have Xeno take this guy down. Or, actually, girl. Nice dodge there. Speaking of which, hit rate in TearRing Saga is skill times 3, plus support bonus, plus skill bonuses. I'm not really sure which skills give bonuses to hit that way. Everyone's just gaining magic randomly. Plus attack power of your equipped weapon, and then plus your bonuses when it comes to like the number of kills you've made against certain types of enemies or on certain types of terrain, which I might actually want to check. Maybe next map I'll check out what my army's stats are in those regards, because I kind of like to see what they are. And then evasion is speed times 2 plus luck. And then it's plus all of the other bonuses, like support bonuses and kill bonus and terrain bonus and things like that. So speed times 2 plus plus luck. I feel like there's at least one Fire Emblem game that uses that formula exactly. But accuracy being skill times 3 is kind of interesting. And then critical rate is skill plus your weapon's critical rate plus support bonuses. So, like, yeah, like your raw skill stat directly adds to your crit rate, which can be why critical rates can be decently high. Like, as you can see here, Xeno has a critical of 18 because Brave Sword has 0 crit, he doesn't have any supports in range, and he has no other critical bonuses in play, so his critical rate is just his raw skill stat. And then I believe luck still reduces the enemy's critical chance, just like it does in Fire Emblem. And then resistance is half your magic stat, and you double attack if you have 5 or higher speed, which is how it is in Awakening as well. Some people think Awakening is still 4 or higher speed, like the GBA games, but it's not, it's 5 or higher. Is Fate still 5 or higher? I feel like Fate is still 5 or higher. And then Gaiden is 1 or higher, which actually makes doubling kind of annoying against things like gargoyles. And so we move on to the final floor. And yeah, the final floor, this one is actually the most involved of all of them by far, because we've got a lot of enemies in the lower part, although the exercise staff will kind of play havoc on them. And we have some chests here, and if you did not kill Krishna, Krishna will be in this room as an NPC. She'll be in one of the rooms at least. And you will need to talk to her either with Holmes and then Shigen, or just Holmes if you did Shigen's event with Julia. For some reason, doing Shigen's event with Julia is what controls whether or not she trusts Holmes. Or Holmes trusts her, actually. It's kind of amusing if you, I suppose I can switch Bilford out for, them. It's actually kind of amusing if you, oh, we all start down here. Okay, then. So we can end this pretty quickly if you want to, but normally the main objective of this part is to, is basically to get through these doors and recruit Krishna back. But yeah, basically Holmes is so disgusted by her betrayal that he refuses to recruit her back, and you have to do it with Shigen. But if Shigen is paired with Julia, then that's not the case. I do still like Holmes' regular battle theme. But yeah, we've got to be a little careful here, especially with these Draco zombies, even though their hit rates are complete trash. At the same time, though, I've got to be kind of careful here because of these guys. Okay, you don't have a killer axe. Is there? Maybe I could try for like a blave on you. I know that there's like at least one game that translated like brave something as blave. Okay, no skills or Astra. I'm kind of hoping that you get lethality at some point. And just... there we go! It was when you didn't need it. Because, of course, that's just the lore of how skills work in a lot of these games. I suppose Xeno can, like, attempt to... There is a bit of an annoying bishop here with Thoron. But I suppose Shigen could try and get rid of you. I could try and steal Thoron, but no, I don't think I'll do that. 10 critical, but hey, I'm using the man who can never die. I don't need to worry about that at all. Adept would be appreciated, though. There we go. Oh, actually, didn't one round you with Adept. I mean, I did one round you. I mean, I didn't just immediately finish you with Adept. Huh, I'm actually really enjoying Wrath on Shigen. It's become a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. Okay, now you can't counterattack at range, so hopefully I can flurry you down with an iron bow. You do have 14 defense, but this should probably get rid of you. We'll see. 7, okay, maybe it won't. Yeah, I need a crit or I need to get lucky. Yep, not enough. That is a shame. But I do have both the exercise staff out, which just makes it sound like I'm, you know, makes it just sound like it's an exercise routine. I kind of like that guy has a thief's dagger. And Sierra doesn't one-shot. The Blessed Bow is not a star weapon? Really? Okay, that is extremely annoying. I need somebody to kill that thief quickly. And I'm thinking that I might be able to use Xeno to take out that guy and then dance and get him to get rid of the thief. Because I don't want my weapons being stolen, especially all these brave swords that I've got. Ogre eliminated, and yeah, I need to get Plum to go back as well to keep her safe. Still don't really know if this spot is safe, but I suppose I can check the enemy ranges after this. Yeah, you there, get in there, get your brave sword onto this guy now. Yeah, we have equal attack speed too, so I'm not doubling. Okay, good lethality. I was hoping for a skill or something. So no need to worry about the thief's dagger anymore. So let's see. No, no, Yeah, most of these monsters can't really do a whole lot to us this turn. And I could use the exercise staff if I really wanted to, but I don't know if I really need to at this point. Okay, yeah, I don't want to put Sierra next to that wall, because I think... No, she doesn't get one-shot by the Dragon Breath, but she does go down to 1 HP and won't be able to counter with Nosferatu, so... Yeah. Just trying to think about what I do here. 40. And 9 attack speed. Yeah, these are some strong monsters. In fact, I feel like... Yeah, Sierra gets doubled by you. And you have 10 crit, too. So, maybe I don't want Sierra to do that. Maybe I actually want Sierra to warp somewhere, like inside these walls. No, instead I just ended her turn for no apparent reason. I'm just kind of worried about the exercise staff taking out those Entomb, but you know what? I'm just going to use it anyway. And just see, like, I do like the way this tower is rendered. I don't know if there's some kind of priority on when, like, on which monsters get removed, because it does feel like it's removing the Draco Zombies less. Or the Entombed. Well, I mean, I suppose we'll see. Yeah, this is a much luckier exercise. This is getting rid of way more monsters. Actually, almost all of them. Ah, great, it removed the Entombed. Oh well. Oh, I removed both Entombed. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to use it, but, I mean, at least it means that Sierra's potentially not going to die. Holy crap, it's still going. Well, and it got rid of this guy, too. Yeah, that pretty much wiped the map. The game will master it, even though I'm pretty sure she doesn't even need it anymore. Yeah, there's only 3... There was only one monster that it didn't kill, which is that Draco's... Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was just overkill. But I mean, you know, we're getting close to the end of the game anyway. I can actually snipe you with Holmes' Arbalest, which is always pretty useful to do, but... Could any of these chests potentially contain something good? A silver shield or potentially a harpy staff. Now, yeah, that might be somewhat useful, but I think I'd rather just finish this up quickly. You can grind here, and you can actually come back here as much as you want. In fact, I'm gonna need to climb the tower again in order to do the Krishna glitch. Because the Krishna glitch requires you to, kill her, enter the tower, and then come back into the tower, because there's a special event between her and Shigen if you do this. Yeah, I should probably just try and hand axe you. These priests are pretty strong too. And actually, that 10% crit rate is not good. Yeah, that could have been really bad. Okay, I need to get somebody else in there via Plum, but, you know, again, via Plum, that's... Actually, no, I can do this! Because Leonie. I thought for a second, like, maybe she gets one-shot in return, but she doesn't. She has more than 30 HP. So yeah, Leonie's massive movement can be, like, why is she not gaining strength, though? But speaking of massive movements, yeah, she now has 8 normally, 9 indoors, so that is honestly pretty fun. Like, look at that coverage. She can only really kill one thing per player phase, but still, it's pretty crazy to use her in this game. That's why I do kind of like training her sometimes. There's no Draco Zombie up there anymore, so I can just dance for Holmes and just get to those stairs quickly. Because there will be some events in the, like, after we get to the top. I wonder if Plum is approaching the point where she'll actually be able to buff people via dances. I don't know. She needs to dance like over 200 times to have a reasonable chance of doing that. But I mean, I've had her dance quite a lot in this playthrough. But let's go. Do not select I'm out of here because we're at the end of this place. Extra. Okay then. So we've finally reached the top of the tower. This was our goal ages ago, and now that we're here, we don't really have anyone, assuming that no one's died, to use the Duckaron on, because the person we wanted to use it on is alive. Before we talk to this person here, Mame, the level 30 shaman, we have free reign to grab both of these chests. This one contains a goddess shield, protecting you from effectiveness bonuses, I believe. And critical hits too, so yeah, give that to someone like Raffin and not even ballistas will be able to stop him. Or Sasha. And this gets you Canticle. Canticle is a light tome that can't be counterattacked. There aren't a lot of people who can use light magic, but that's a pretty fun weapon overall. Guess I can put that in the convoy. And now we can go ahead and talk to her. For a bit of, you guessed it, exposition. I don't remember the exposition being pretty crazy here, but this is actually kind of interesting. So they say the sage is journeying through parallel realms, which means that Kaga had the idea for a Fire Emblem multiverse before the actual Fire Emblem creators did. And something I also found out only recently, I just never really thought about it this way, that FE6 was the first Fire Emblem to not be set in the same universe. Because we kind of take for granted that Fire Emblem games are all in separate universes now, but all 5 of Kaga's games were in the same world. It was only after he moved on that they changed that. So, I need nothing, and I want to get out. If you say I want my comrade back, it will only last 3, obviously, like a variable number inserted into the text, more times. And yes, they're using this terminology from Fire Emblem 4. This is actually where the term quintessence, or A-gear in the Japanese version, first debuted, in FE4 I mean, and basically it's saying that you can only revive playable characters. So, yeah, it's just kind of a weird justification. And I do like how they're grayed out on the menu screen here. And if Luca died in the Raquel event, you can bring him back here. So I'm going to use one use of the Duckaron to revive Krishna. And again, I am doing this for glitch reasons. And now she says the same thing. So we say I need nothing. You can then just go back to this map here. It's basically just another opportunity to grab the chests. You can't leave unless you talk to her and ask to leave. So a bit of an interesting place. Like, this place in general is kind of a Gaiden dungeon. Especially with the fact that, yeah, damn straight. That's a funny way to put it. But with the fact that you have a resurrection shrine at the end, just like a lot of Gaiden dungeons. So, that is the mandatory visit to the Tower of Morse complete. And next destination is the mainland. I believe there'll be a bit of an event here. Yeah, how do you know the sandstorm was cleared up from all the way over here across the sea? But we are, however, gonna have to go back into, the Tower of Morse. Now, I need to look up how to do this glitch correctly. So I believe we need to go back into the tower, and then deploy her on the 5th floor.